Hey, I'm Devon. I'm a game developer, and we are back with more XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. So, one of the things I've really been enjoying about doing this streaming campaign is getting a little more time to plan in between missions. Like, when I'm playing normally, doing an entire campaign over a week or two, there ends up being a lot of just kind of doing whatever seems right, playing it pretty fast and loose, just building what's available when I get there, but kind of playing this out more slowly because I can only play when I have time to put aside like a solid chunk for streaming gives me a lot more time to like think about what my goals are at the campaign level and spend more time kind of deciding on builds and options and stuff, which I've enjoyed. For example, right now, we're kind of at a space where we've got some free time. We could choose to go on one of these facility missions. We could wait until we've got enough intel to start working towards other stuff. And looking at the facility missions and trying to decide what the right option is for our campaign right now, and concluded that I feel like our troops are really powerful at the moment. I feel like we're in a really good place power spike-wise, and we're going to be taking a bit of time off that to catch up on some of the plot mission stuff. So taking out some facilities in the near future seems like a good plan. You can destroy facilities to set back the progress that's marked on the facility, but whenever a facility makes progress on the Avatar project, there's a chance it's marked on the facility itself, and a chance it's marked on, like, the main Avatar project area, in which case you can't do anything about it until at the end of the game. So even though there is some ability to set back the progress you make, if you can destroy them earlier, there is value in doing that. Now, we've got 2 facilities available we could go do. And this one has an alien ruler there that we will set free if we go face it, which makes me definitely want to go do this one in New India. We do have an enemy unknown, but I'm feeling pretty good about being able to take this on with as soon as we get our Reaper back. Our Reaper is still 1 day away. However, we also have a bond pair I want to level up first. So I think what our actual plan is going to be is send Diamond and Lockdown into the training center for 3 days to level up their bond. And then as soon as that wraps up, we will go ahead and attack that facility. And if we get a mission in like the next 3 days, that could throw things off. And then hopefully we'll have at least 2 days between the mission and whatever tiring or injuries comes out of that. We won't have any missions in the 2 days between the mission and getting everyone back from this covert action. But that should be a pretty good use of the next few days to get things together. We also now have the black market active again. So as soon as we get back to the Hologlobe, going to swing by there, sell some stuff, buy some stuff. And after that, we need to start making... We've got the Shadow Chamber researching. We need to get over to the Codex Brain Coordinates at some point, which will require, right now it would be 200 intel. If we build a radio relay here, it'll only be 120 intel. But let's see what we want to buy and sell with the black market first. So we do want to pick up both of these. I was looking at this a little earlier. I think I intended to buy these the last time we swung by the black market, but bought something else or was confused at exactly what I was purchasing. But these will give us the super powerful banish on our Reaper, where we fire 6 times and every single one has a 15% chance to kill, which for alien rulers or the Chosen is an over 60% chance of instantly killing them with 1 attack, which is definitely worth it, even though it's setting our intel back a little bit. So we'll pick up both of those. Alien alloys, I don't think we want to sell any of those. We could sell off a few if we're just like very close to a breakpoint on something. But because we haven't had access here in a while, we've actually got a pretty good pile of stuff that's totally free for us to sell off. Don't think we're going to be building any of those Spectre items anytime soon. We don't need the mechs for anything. Might want to hold on to the Vipers for the medkits. Hold on to the Archons for now in case we get instant autopsy off of those. No use for officers. Don't really need berserkers. Anything else we want to get rid of here? We don't need these two basic hair triggers, since we've got an advanced and a superior. So that puts us up a pretty solid amount of money. Anything else we want to get rid of here? So you've got 400, not quite 450. Let's go ahead and just sell 2 alloys to get up to 450. Just to have an even multiplier and be able to build some stuff. We've got a lot of upgrades we could potentially build, in addition to potentially wanting the a supply tower here at some point. So we could go start a supply tower, or we could do this supply raid. Let's go do this one for 3 days while we wait for our Reaper and Bonds to level up, and then we'll be able to go do the facility mission. Susan Greenback, Bond pair. Okay. So I think we just go now. Before anything can go wrong.
Setting course for the Indian Regional Zone.
Alright, so we have our new level 2 Bond pair. Don't need the second Reaper. And we've got a higher level Grenadier than him. Oh, accidentally got rid of... Alright, we want Lockdown. We want... So, we've got 2 Grenadiers. This guy's actually... We just picked up a really high-level Grenadier, so let's go ahead and use her rather than Wildman. He is a Savant, which is pretty cool that he gets a lot of stuff, but I'd rather just bring maximal power here. And then our Specialist is paired with our Reaper, and I'd like to have a healer, and John is still tired, so let's bring Jens. So we've got these two could both use some promotion, and then we'll have a bit of equipping on the squad to do. So for her, we want to go really heavy into a lot of the demolitions tree, but we are going to take Shredder, Suppression, Heavy Ordnance, Volatile Mix, and Salvo. So getting her a little bit of the gunner tree early, but going heavy into the demolitions later, we'll get a lot of good explosives with her. And with this loadout, may actually bring 2 plasma grenades and 1 frost bomb, as opposed to what we've been doing previously and loading the frost bomb into the double usage slot. Then we also have Jens. Want field medic to bring a medic along, and he has some AP, so let's swing by the training center real quick. So let's see, we are bringing Diamond. She doesn't have much right now. Already spent on Banish and second Claymore for her. T-Bone, our new friend. Hollow targeting is the most likely thing we'd go for on her. Would be kind of interesting to go for... I would guess that we're more worried about taking on the enemy unknown and and potentially the hunter, because we could... So doing something like chain shot, where we get a bunch of shots against the same target, is probably better than serial, where it's spreading a bunch of damage around. And she's sitting on 20 AP. It's got to be right to give her something. Automatic Overwatch shot, Deadeye. Overall hit chance increases base damage by 50%. Gunners don't have great aim. I think holo targeting is my favorite, especially since we'll be using her some upfront to shred, and it also works with suppression. I don't know it. Does rapid fire work with sniper rifle? I would assume it does. I don't think we can afford it. So we could spec her into Gunslinger more. I've been pretty disappointed with the Sniper build in comparison to the Gunslinger build, especially because we're about to get blue screen rounds. So I think I may actually spend the 5 days after this mission to retrain her in the training center, which would mean we'd want to not spend any XCOM AP, because that is not refunded when you retrain. And then the other big person we wanted to, or the other person we know we wanted to give an ability was you. And let's give you Revival Protocol, because we have had some people get knocked unconscious on a few missions, and that has been rough. I think that is everything for Training Center. And go ahead and make everything available. Alright, so who wants the war suit? What items are we building? So we can spend 200 to give the Spark new armor. Plasma Bolt Caster is also very good. We can get this Powered Shadow Keeper for our pistol, for our sharpshooter. So let's say I really want to get blue screen rounds in case we end up facing a Sectopod. So that would leave us with 375. So if we do both of those, that leaves us with 50, which would mean nothing else. Do we want to go for the... Oh no, that would leave us with 150. No, that's just 50. No, 150, which would be enough for a radio relay, but not the armor. I don't feel like we need the armor that much on our Spark. I mean, it is getting towards having less health than anyone else in our squad and can't use cover. And its mobility, and it upgrades the Spark bit. And our sniper isn't leveled as a gunslinger yet, which I would like to do at some point. Yeah, let's actually go for the chassis and the plasma bolt caster. Okay. So that gives good boost of health to our Spark. We definitely want Skulljack and Medkit. So that implies that you should get the war suit with Attendant Blaster Launcher. And then... do you want 2 Frost Bombs or 2 Plasma? We've got a lot of Shred. If we had less Shred, I would probably go for 2 Plasma. But given that we've got the Blaster Launcher, Shred on her gun, Shred on her gun, and Shred on her gun... oh, and Shred on the Spark, I think I actually like 2 Frosts better than 2 Plasma. We will replace Venom with blue screen. Could go for Venom rounds on here. Doesn't seem super useful. Wish we had some Talon rounds for her. Just thinking that the Mimic Beacon could be better on the Sniper. Okay, Sniper, Enhanced Shadowkeeper, looks good. We do want to swap out her rifle. It's a bit of a waste for, since we already put a scope on one of these, which was a bit of a misplay, but I think getting the specific combination of the superior expanded mag and the superior repeater is worth it, even though it means we made a bit of a error earlier. Give you Stockton. No, we want to give you the Plasma Boltcaster. Yeah, so I especially like it on him because he doesn't have any of the Overwatch tree stuff. So this gives him a nice or combat protocol. So this gives him a nice damage option, even though we're mostly bringing him along for the healing and the like. And he's by far the lowest level troop, so we're going to have to be a little careful with him. Alright, assassin weapons here. Wraith armor. Yep, got the Wraith suit. Anything else before we're ready to go? Man, I just don't like the flamethrower very much. And it did give him the powered bit. The 2 health, some mobility. Not great, but not too bad. Anything else, or are we good to go? Think it is ready to do this facility mission. Let's go.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
Yeah, I really want to retrain Lockdown after this mission. Hopefully she will not be tired, so we can send her into the training system, training area to learn to be a pistolier.
We are moving to take out a high-security Advent installation operating out of this region. Intel from the Resistance suggests this facility is conducting research critical to the Avatar project. Once in position, approach the designated target and plant the X4 charges. Once they're armed, move to minimum safe distance and level that facility. Menace 1-5. Target coordinates are locked in.
So there are only 9 enemies on the board, but there could also be some turrets. And,
I'm on the move.
the Chosen may show up as soon as we first reveal ourselves. So Reaper can go first, and then we can just kind of conga line up everyone else. Stay a little ways behind the Reaper. Fortunately, everyone else is somewhat concealed, so we don't need to be completely paranoid about it. But we need to be a little bit paranoid.
I'm all over it.
And look at this list of abilities. It is a little unfortunate that it's our Ranger and Sniper who get a big bonus for standing next to each other, which, as the person who tends to be in the very front and the very back, is not going to happen that often.
Roger that.
2 bond pairs is also nice on this one. And it's also a little annoying that we won't get to know about the Chosen. Okay, so we can see up here, so this shouldn't be able to trip anything.
I know where you are.
Aliens use this to defeat.
Alright, we've got a Sectopod.
It can punch through armor just as easily as it chews through infantry.
And 2 turrets.
Be careful.
So... if sight of this turret, we could start whittling it down. It will blow the concealment for the rest of our squad. So I think blowing concealment isn't ideal. Okay, so can we move all the way up here, up to this ledge without being in sight of the turret? It looks like we can. So I think it's okay to blow concealment on this turret, and then we'll just keep the Reaper hidden and try and get the Sectopod to walk into an Overwatch trap. And those blue screen rounds already paying for themselves. Alright, let's just get everyone else lined up against a wall here, and then we'll pull the sniper forward in a little bit.
Go, go, go. Got it.
Alright. So, Sectopod moving around. So do get to take a second shot on this turret, hopefully take it out. And then we'll try and get her squad sight on the other turret as well.
I am at your service. My watch begins.
And just overwatch everyone else.
I'll keep an eye on it. Overwatch.
Just want to burn a little bit of time while we take out those 2 turrets. And then go on the Sectopod. Alright, so where has squad sight but not normal sight of the turret? Okay, so if you just take one step there, then we can save your free... I guess it doesn't matter that much.
Got it covered.
Surely there's a more difficult task available.
Watching comes naturally.
On Overwatch.
We could be scouting to get some more information with our Reaper while we do this. Oh, okay. So I was hoping to get a little more time, but this should be fine.
You know that was
We just need to make sure... Oh, if they expose our Reaper, that'd be pretty bad.
Target's still up. Need to find some new cover.
But as long as we don't... Okay, this is a fine position. They're not going to expose our Reaper. We don't have any... We're not going to get into trouble with the Sectopod. So you have a Lightning Hands that does a comical amount of damage. So I assume we can kill these while expending extremely minimal resources. Alright, so you can't move and shoot. So step one, so you're going to be able to, you're going to want to shoot from where you are. You could probably one-shot there. We don't actually care about your stealth at all when we have a Reaper.
Seems doable.
Good job.
They've seen me.
Spotted us. If I had forgotten about an Overwatch there, I would have been pretty sad. Okay, so didn't get the kill, but... So we could use a sting there, just to not have any problems. Do you have... You can't... okay, you don't have sight on the other one. Alright, what are we doing?
I'm going.
So 96 here and put on some holo targeting. Shred the armor.
Armor still holding.
And get to finish it off here. Oh, that won't finish it off. But the sniper can finish it off. And then we use Sting on this. It's only one per mission. That's rough. So we also can see whether a Chosen appears and whether we want to save Banish or use it on the Sectopod, which is nice. Okay, so yeah, we're probably going to need to sting this Codex, because if we move anyone up inside of it, we'll expose the Sectopod.
Reach out from the darkness.
I think I like this better than tossing up a plasma grenade or something.
The open spaces, the fresh air.
Alright, 100%. 100%.
Did you see that one?
And then lightning hands.
How many is that now?
And shoot the turret. Good try.
Come on, focus.
Alright, so no sign of the Chosen, which is nice.
Ready to
Still
run.
want to take out this turret before engaging the Sectopod.
That armor's tough.
Alright, we'll just make sure no one's inside of the turret.
Come get some.
No one will cross.
Locked and loaded.
Probably missed another reload or two there, but we'll be taking a couple of turns off for cooldowns anyways.
Moving to Overwatch.
Oh yeah! Affirmative, covering now!
Alright, so we've taken out 2 of the 9 enemies. I wonder why this one's a lower percentage than the other one. I guess we're just 1 square further, and that's 4%.
Overwatch engaged.
It's killing time. I'm on it.
I'll watch closely.
Come get some.
Come get some!
Alright. So, next step is try and set up on this Sectopod. So first, let's try and scout out the rest of its pod.
I go
You
where
will
you
never
tell me.
hide from me.
Alright, so it looks like it is with just... Oh, 2 enemies. There's 2, trooper and a shield bearer? Lancer and shield bearer. So... Coming over the top, it's high... Looks like it's going to activate it very quickly. So I'm actually kind of inclined to try and sneak around the side on it. So let's pull Reaper back to here. Alright, got a little bit of vision of this side, and then we'll start rotating our troops around to try and get... If we make this move...
Got it, moving.
Alright, let's make one more move out, and then do nothing else that's further than these guys are moving.
Compelled to agree.
Alright, you've got salvo, so your second action is relatively valuable, so we can put you somewhere you want me to move. And I would like to try and keep a certain amount of Overwatch up, just in case they take a long patrol into us.
Whatever you say.
And then throw down to Overwatch.
Scanning.
Got it covered.
I am ever
Didn't reload there, so we'll want to do that next turn. Alright, so we've got permanent vision on that pod. Let's just do a little bit of a scout forward
where I'm needed.
to verify we're not going to blunder into anything. And then move over here just so we've got active sight on these guys, and we'll have predictive. It'll tell us if we're moving somewhere that has sight on them. Alright, so just for context, here it says nothing, but it probably would be for an XCOM trooper. Here we see everything. So let's go as far up as this.
Outpoint.
Alright, so you, yeah, an XCOM, a soldier would have vision around that.
Problem, boss.
Alright, so we're going to take a reload on you before we forget.
These hands were a bit clumsy.
We definitely want our sniper somewhere with line of sight. Can you get up any of this?
Will do.
I need to be really careful at this point.
Seems doable.
Whatever you say.
Alright, and then Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Scanning. I'm on it.
Alright, so they are not moving. So let's take a little more time setting up and overwatching and seeing if they patrol into us. Oh, this looks good to me. So this is squad sight on both.
Got it covered.
Alright, and then with those risks taken, Overwatch everyone.
Sounds like a job for a
Affirmative. Covering now.
won't let them pass.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Moving to Overwatch!
Okay, so we could open up with these guys with like a Claymore kill zone. Would be about the maximal amount of death. So let's do one more turn of pushing up and looking for Overwatches. Okay, you lied to us. Never trust line of sight prediction. Alright, so this feels like a good time for overdrive. And before we do that, let's go ahead and... Oh, we didn't put her in heavy cover. That was a mistake. So, we want holo targeting from her, but we also may want to frost bomb and then holo target. So we have this shield bearer up here who's not as threatening. We have lightning hands, we have... How much does the... Does 11 to 13, 100%, and then Deadeye is also 100. Okay, so the mech's pretty dead.
Sensors indicate armor deflection.
$82. Okay.
Impossible.
So what's your shot on this? 94? Alright, I'm pretty comfortable taking the 94 for 2 more shred and the holo targeting.
Win off the armor.
Oh, I meant to do a... Okay. There was no reason to leave her out of cover there, so that was rough. Oh, and you moved... Oh, God. Okay, so we've already misplayed twice. Need to get our head in the game a little bit more here. So... You can Deadeye for 16 and Lightning Hands for... Okay, so if either of these crits, we insta-kill it. And... Alright. So, side note, a mod I installed since the last time we played is this Show Health, so we actually get to see how much health these things have, which is a nice little addition. Okay, so this shield bearer is a bit of a problem, because we accidentally left someone out in the open, and we don't necessarily want... Oh, we can... go up there and probably kill him. Okay. So, this needs to roll high on damage or crit to kill that. But it'll shred armor regardless, and we'll be able to assess the situation. 1 health. Two health. Alright, so we've got a kill there, but it would blow our concealment. We do need someone to deal with... You can give an extra action to the Reaper. You can... So you could give an extra action to the Sniper, then grapple up, then shoot. And as long as that doesn't, like, put you next to a turret or expose another pod, we'd be okay? Sure. And you'd only need to deal 14? That's pretty doable. Or you can sword for a guaranteed kill. Alright, so grapple doesn't use an action.
Advent forces on the ground.
Well, shit. Okay. That is so much infinitely worse than I imagined it could be. So we can have you... Wow. I did not expect there to be a second sectopod on the roof. We've never fought a sectopod. Okay, Reaper, do you have 2 actions? Can you get in sight range to banish? Who's your bondmate? We could have you give an action as well. So we could go for the banish on this second sectopod. Alright, so let's say we have you go teamwork, mimic, beacon. Have the sniper kill the first sectopod. Have you try and hack this sectopod, and if that fails, we banish it. Yeah, something's going to get an attack on us after this activation. This mission has gone worse than I believed it could. Alright. So you are one... Is this 1 step away from being able to get up here? It is. Alright. So... You... Give your friend an extra action.
The enemy should fear us.
And then you're going to haywire protocol the full health sectopod. We'll go for the shutdown. And fail. Cool.
Enemy AI still active.
Alright. So you've got 2 actions left. So you're going to teamwork your friend.
I give you strength.
You're going to... You could Shadowfall, but we can just use Pistol because it's 100. No one's in range of that, just to check. No one's in range of that. You can take your free reload, too.
Let's do this.
Alright. Kill the first sectopod. Couldn't you have gotten that crit on either of your previous hits? Oh, did that blow up the ladder?
You're near the target position.
Okay, it did not blow up the ladder, thank God. Okay, so we go for the banish. So you've only got 1 action left. You're throwing a mimic beacon. We're going to try and banish go for broke on banishing the sectopod, throw the mimic beacon, and just hope it soaks up enough fire for us to live. Sounds right. We will be able to reconceal after this. Alright, so we failed 160% on the hack.
There is nowhere to hide.
But I'm really hoping that this 60% works out. Oh, we have 1 less bullet in our clip? That's rough. I assume this is our last action? Yep. Go for broke.
This will be the end.
Oh, man. We didn't even get the opportunity to shred its armor first. Alright. You know, that fall sucks, but
This is getting
Who
ugly.
knows how long they've been keeping these storage units running down here. We can
I'm not complaining about anything at that point. Fetch. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, that is so lucky! Oh.
You know that was good.
Alright, so it looks like they'll get probably one shot on us. Which, you know, could be really bad, but... Oh god, if don't kill my Reaper.
They're moving round the side.
Thank you. Okay, so let's take quick stock of the situation. So that was horrible. So we have killed first pod of two sectopods, and the shield bearer up here. So you've seen a pod of three, a pod of three, and a pod of two. We have seen all of the enemies that were listed for this map. So that implies there's one enemy left on the map we haven't seen. But I'm not sure why it would be alone. No, this was also a pod of three. So you've seen a pod of three, a pod of three, and a pod of two. And there's supposed to be 9 enemies on the map. I have no explanation. So there theoretically should be one enemy left somewhere. Alright, but mostly we just need to worry about killing these guys. What do we got going on? You could run down here and kill this guy, is a thing. This gives you a flanking shot on him. Man, I don't really want to expose more enemies at this point. What's our sniper got? 2 very good shots. People are pretty far away. We could blaster bomb to... We could just walk up and plasma grenade these guys through the floor. See where that gets us. I like that.
Here, catch!
Get some height advantage. Get some fall damage. Oh, but that did lose sight of them. That's annoying. Should have taken a shot first, I guess. So, we could punch this guy for fairly close to guaranteed. I don't mind a little bit of a drop-down pickups. Oh, we do need to get a flank on this guy. Oh, Are you in cover? It doesn't look like you're in cover. Alright, well, let's just drop down to here. Another Illyrium core, which is nice.
Got your stuff here.
Is that would hit you? Reaper. I really want you not to die. So we're going to want to pull you back here. We could also have you remote start that. Reload.
Need to reload.
Okay, you don't have vision of it, so you can't remote start that one. Okay. I'm being sloppier than I should be. You can sword this guy for a guaranteed kill, is that true? No, it's 10 to 11. %34% crit, 73% crit.
Impressed yet?
Oh, ridiculous. So this says it will hit him. Let's try it. Didn't do as much damage as I was hoping. Alright, you've got sight on this guy now. Oh, Deadeye has a cooldown. Alright. 50% crit, shreds armor, I'll take it. Alright. So, you deal 4 to 5 damage. This guy has 5 health. That is not a guaranteed kill. We do still have your heal. And your punch. So let's take out the Lancer, who is the more threatening of the two. Uh-huh. Okay, so we're potentially giving someone a flank shot on us. Okay, so... Oh, if we had left her out there, she could have Blade Mastered. We don't have teamwork left. We could conceal and heal. Wait, why? No. Oh, you have high cover from the Mac. That's rough. Alright, we're just gonna have to accept some fire here.
Go heal him.
Poof. Well, so it's pretty unlucky that we got that second Sectopod activation. But this has still been... Okay, and then let's actually aid Protocol Diamond and conceal the Reaper. And it's possible we'll get off a super lucky Bladestorm or something, but...
I stalk my prey.
Where are these guys definitely not going to go? No way of knowing. Let's just pull back a little ways.
I will go. Exterior plate holding.
It's more damage than I'd like, but...
Damn it! Find some cover!
Oof. Alright. Well, that's a lot on the, spark, but that is kind of what it's there for. Okay, so if we run up and slash this, it has some risk of exposing other enemies. Not enough that I won't do it, but enough that we should do it first.
Not too shabby.
Alright. Mech, you want to do the honors of shooting the guy who just punched you? He has high cover because of you. That is very weird.
Check that for you.
Alright.
Do I get a badge or something?
Oh, promotion. Excellent. Alright, well... that is probably going to do us for this mission, so... let's just overwatch everyone else,
Got it covered.
come back and plant the bomb, and then, yep. Call it a mission. Ah, that was not where I meant to send you.
Father really outdid himself, didn't he?
Can you plant? You can. Cool.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Alright, so can everyone get to there? You can't quite.
Running.
Alright, so one more turn of Overwatch and then we GTFO.
This unit scanners are
On
active.
Overwatch.
I am on watch.
Come get some.
Affirmative, covering now!
Cavalry's here.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
You know, I'm in for taking the, shot on, these guys. Just try and get some free XP out of it. So we do want to be a little distance away just to make sure that if there's a purifier, it doesn't explode on our face.
No problem, boss.
And hopefully we aren't horribly punished for our hubris.
It's killing time.
As it gives us a little, are you sure you don't want to retreat ping over and over?
Scanning!
On Overwatch.
So I can attack anything that passes by. As you order, Commander. I see everything.
Scanning.
Alright, what friends have you brought for us today? Above the hovering turret. Mech, purifier. So could conceivably get blown up by a purifier here.
I will
Advent
always
forces
find
sighted.
you.
Come on.
Pressed yet?
Woo! You see that? Coming
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
You brought me more? You shouldn't have. so... let's see. We will have less Overwatch for this one. We can just leave. That does seem like less fun. So we've got a Lightning Hands. Is there anyone else who has free actions before their Overwatch? We already used that. This would be gruesome overkill. So I love it.
Nowhere to hide.
Right, and then you get to use your Lightning Hands.
How many is that now?
And see, already worth it. We got a major promotion out of that. Do we have a free reload? We do.
I'm ready.
And then we get to kill zone.
I'm locked down.
Guard duty it is.
Moving to Overwatch.
Reapers are always
Overwatch.
vigilant.
Let's rock.
And then they drop in more presents for us. This time they brought a priest, a shield bearer, and a trooper.
You can
Got
never
Advent
escape my
here.
sight.
It's a little unfortunate we don't get these corpses. And we'll probably have to evac rather than finish them off just to avoid giving the priest a move. Wow, he wasted a lot of Overwatch on that. Not enough, though.
As requested.
Gotta love that shred Overwatch.
Still holding.
Menace 1-5, X4 charges are armed. Get to the evac point. We don't have any time to spare.
Alright. So then we can just drop an evac point here. Who wants a promotion most? You've already got a promotion. Love to get Diamond a promotion.
I'm going.
She is our favoritist friend.
Did you see that one?
Alright, and then we can just get everyone else.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
We could have, you know, kept farming that guy by just putting our Blade Master next to him and letting him get Blade Stormed, but I feel like I've pushed my luck far enough at this point.
On the move!
Alright,
Tired of waiting around.
everyone out!
Just in time.
Cool. So we took a bunch of damage on our mech there, but that ended up going really well other than that, despite our horrifying Sectopod activation. Just a good reminder that XCOM will punish you if you get overconfident, and not to ever feel like you've got the situation totally in check. Oh yeah, Reaper also took some damage there. So we'll be a little short-staffed for a little while.
Assure the citizens of Advent that our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today.
Sniper dealt the most damage.
Have total
Deadshot is, like, 150% is pretty good, but just, like, it's not as good as, you know, Fanfire and Showdown.
The soldier that joined us from the Resistance is certainly a quick study, having already
10 days,
surpassed some of our
14,
other
not too bad.
soldiers' capabilities.
And both of these are bad for gunslingers, that's kind of funny. Alright, and you can either get Bombard, Or repair. Bit to damage robotic ally. Bombard zone's a lot more useful. Got that Illyrium core we picked up, which is nice.
Alien facility now stands in ruin, Commander.
Right.
Excellent.
Reduced our progress by 1, delayed further progress.
Slow the aliens' progress.
And then
towards
immediately want to throw you into retraining. It sounds a little creepy. Take a quick look at our roster again. So, Julia's tired, but it'll be back in a day. So, not too bad there. Everyone else will be back from covert ops tomorrow. I did learn since the last mission that you don't actually have to do the stronghold missions immediately when you pop up. I guess this might be level 2 rather than level 3 anyways. But for the Chosen, it says something like, this is our only chance to do it, and it means you only get 1 try. It doesn't actually mean you have to do it as soon as this is available. Alright, so we could staff an engineer. Yeah, let's pull Jill out of here and get our Reaper back sooner. Alright, and then we can go back to scanning for this supply raid. There's a little celebration on destroying the facility. That's nice. Soldiers are really good. I'll take this over the... And we've got our research finishing up. Berserker Rage Suit from the Berserker Queen coming up. So...
Still can't believe it's come to this.
I truly hope those gruesome images are the worst of what we find today.
They're slow.
New objective added.
Alright, so we've also got the mission to attack the Forge, which is not particularly scary now that we've fought 2 sectopods.
Looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
Alright, so we have 1 shadow project left that'll take 12 days.
Hello, Commander.
But I actually really want to get a start on psionics now. We are behind on a number of things, but I think psionics is the #1 for... We should have done this a while back, just because there's a long lead time to... You research psionics, you build the chamber, you start training your first psion, and it takes a pretty long time to pay off and is potentially very powerful. So we've got it down to 8 days, which is nice, but I wish we had done that a while ago. Alright, so we've got Gunslinger and Retraining, we've got that. We don't have enough supplies to build a relay.
We've made initial contact with the Resistance operatives working in this area, Commander. They're going to show us how to get into the Alien Forge facility.
Alright, so only 12 enemies is a reasonable number. This always has 1 sectopod, so we want to wait like 5 days to get both our Reaper healed up. We knocked this from 10 days to 5 by putting a medic on, and get our Specialist untired, and get our Ranger or our Sharpshooter retrained as a sharpshooter, but then we should be in very good shape to go take on the Forge if we want to do that.
Consider the countless lives that could have been
Okay, so he can do an attack on us, so we need to go kill him, but we're already in the process of doing that.
Never had any issues targeting civilians, and their Chosen are no different.
Alright, ambush.
Resistance is counting on us to protect their people.
Fortunately, we gave a bit of a... Oh, fun. Mutons and Advent mechs, 3 enemies. So this shouldn't be too bad. We've got a pretty good squad here, and we did throw a bit of equipment on them, so this should be a doable mission. I tried a legendary campaign a little while ago, and was kind of holding it together by the skin of my teeth, and pretty behind on tech, and when it really became clear was on one of these missions, where I just had like 3 people, and 2 elite Advent troopers dropped in, and I just didn't have the damage to kill an Advent trooper with 3 people, because they had like 20 health and we were still on basic weapons or something. Alright, so we've got a Grenadier with flashbangs and plasma. Plasma definitely summons the Lost. I'm not sure about flashbangs. We have our absolute hero of a Templar, who is afraid of Reapers. And we have a sniper with smoke and lightning hands. Oh, I didn't mean to click there. I was trying to... Well. Oh well. Let's go ahead and actually just start with throwing down an Overwatch. Just see if they're planning to drop reinforcements in on us. They are.
Race 1, your team is compromised. We're picking up Advent response forces inbound on your position.
So we could save her long watch, or we could move her up to here and only get pistol Overwatch, but she's in a better position. I think I like the long watch better. So hopefully neither of these activate any other pods. And we can just Overwatch this, and probably should have closed that door. Keep moving. Alright, so Trooper and Captain. Should be good. Alright. So, would rather not use any explosives. You do not have a stock. So you do how much run damage? You would have a 50% chance of killing this guy. So I would like to get 1 damage on you if possible. We cannot... You could get a flank on this guy. So if we have you run up, flank, could potentially get a Reaper. Oh, you also have lightning hands. So we can actually go... Run up here. Use lightning hands. And then we've got a guaranteed kill here with Rend. And we can, if we need to, we can also have him run over and use Reaper to finish this guy off. But we can just prep this guy with the other 2 and see if that turns out to be necessary. Ability point, nice. So let's move up into cover. Lightning hands.
Good riddance.
Reload. Oh no, it's free. Overwatch.
Scanning.
Rend.
This world is ours.
And parry. Alright. Good first little engage there. Snipers are one of the least valuable troops to have on this sort of mission, just because you're moving forward so much. Probably shouldn't have exposed any territory at all there. Just give time to get everyone else up. Then pull sniper up.
On the move.
Overwatch. Okay, Lost Swarm, and how far are we away from... We are very far away from the extraction zone. Kind of need to angle this way, so we could head through one of these buildings. Light cover here.
I'm on it.
And move sniper up to
Already
here.
there.
Overwatch, Overwatch.
They're moving out.
So we do also know there's a muton somewhere on this map, which is not scary. Getting up to 7 health lost. Those are quite far away, though. And we're trying to get up here. Okay. So there is just not a lot of cover in general getting across this street. We're going to try and push forward onto this bus over the next couple moves. And if we met a Viper and panicked on this mission, it would be so bad.
Scanning. Overwatch.
I will sense any
There's something out there.
Alright. Nicely done.
Taken care of. Roger that.
So these guys aren't in range to hit us yet, so we can just kind of take some free shots on them without being terribly stressed out if we miss.
Target down.
Or if we roll too low damage to finish them off. And then can get an Overwatch. Oh, nice. Promotion on him. I think that's max level for him.
On the move.
And then... Oh, you've got a free reload, so Overwatch is still better. Nice holo-targeting.
Target neutralized.
Alright, so... I actually like pushing into this building a little better than
Locked and loaded.
continuing to move through this alley just because it restricts our sightlines more to get less activations.
Position.
Get some holo-targeting on here. For a good reason.
Shot wide.
Although, actually, we just want to do this. Get some more focus.
my rage.
And take out a wall in the process. And another ability point. That's awesome.
On my way.
And Overwatch. Not sure how much of that Lost Swarm, if any, is left. Alright, so... Is this the same... It looks like the same map, but we're pushing towards a different point.
On your order.
Alright, he's got more mobility than everyone else, so I should keep that in mind.
10-4.
Don't want him to get too far ahead, such that other people can't support him.
No one gets by
Got it covered.
I don't know if it just keeps spawning Lost Swarms as long as they're on the map, so it may be a mistake to do this much waiting and overwatching.
Oh, remember your training.
Oh, come on. Give me a shot, coach. No overwatches from the back. And we're fighting 2 enemies at once. Okay, well that helps. A little bit. If you guys could attack them, I'd really appreciate that. Alright. Sniper, what do you got for me? So you have a shot on the mech, but not the Muton. We can't actually see... Oh, okay. So we've got the Muton here. We've got a pretty good chance of killing him. Oh, but he can counter melee attacks, potentially. So if possible, it would be better to kill the Muton with other people. Can you guaranteed kill the mech in one shot? Yes, you can guaranteed kill the mech in one shot. That's great. So, what have you guys got to deal with a Muton? We don't even really have a way to get inside of it. Like, we can parry bait it? But we're in a lot of trouble if it chooses to grenade us or something. Alright. So let's do this to get the parry bait and see if it exposes anything else. And have good information on where we've got vision of it. So we don't have any vision of it. It can hop around this wall, which is pretty annoying. We could go upstairs, potentially. We can't get to... This looks like a gate, but it appears to actually be impassable. That's pretty goofy. Yeah, it's just a bug on a new map, I guess. So I think my inclination is to set some people up a ways apart in high cover and hope it goes for a big attack on the parry-baiting Templar. That's sounding better to me than trying to, like, push up into somewhere where it could potentially flank someone else. And,
Okay.
getting them shot.
Heading out.
Alright. Overwatch.
On
Pistol Overwatch. Parry. Perfect. Well, I would have liked the other person to fire first with the armor shred and hollow targeting. But I'll take what I can get.
The elders pursue me.
Alright. So go us. So we've got a bunch of 100%, but not super guaranteed kills. Let's actually take a Reaper turn for funsies. So, step 1. That doesn't quite kill it. Can we get it with this one? That'll do it.
I strike for my people.
Alright, Muton down.
Can question my power. You will pay the price.
That is such a fun combination. And our other teammates are back there being like, good job. We matter. We can contribute. And get the loot. Nice, a lyrium core. Alright, we've got 2 of those now, so we'll actually be in reasonable shape to build some things after the rage suit.
I'm on it.
And take a reload.
Ready to engage.
So you've got 1 free reload, I guess? And that's turn. So the parry bait worked out there. That could have been a rough turn for us, but fortunately we were able to predict how the Muton would respond to it. No, I think actually, like, since he's so fast, pull back with him, put the sniper in the same position as our farthest forward person, so we can maneuver around her.
I'm all over it.
This doesn't give us any Overwatch this turn, but as far as we know, there's no one incoming, so. We faced 2 of the 3 enemies on the map. Alright, how many moves away are we from the extraction zone? We're still a little ways. Alright, so let's keep doing the same thing here. Put her on the heavy cover corner. And pull our Grenadier up.
On your order.
And now she can Overwatch.
On Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now.
I haven't even lost that much will this mission. Okay, we've got a swarm incoming, so we'll probably want to leave up some more Overwatches this turn. We want to be careful about exposing enemies. Just so don't end up fighting 2 threats at once.
On the move. Affirmative. Covering now.
And we are getting close to the extraction zone. Yep, good start. If you could shoot the 6 health 1 sniper. No, no such luck. You don't have vision of any of these? Alright.
Heading out.
Go ahead and give me hollow targeting on the healthiest.
Hostile terminated.
And then just clear up as many as you can, and we'll let the Templar figure out the rest.
Target eliminated. Running dry on ammo.
Alright. Okay, well that's a fine time to miss.
Not good.
No, don't beat yourself up about it. So we can go ahead and take a lightning ants here, just in case it rolls a 3. Like that. And then finish both these off. Alright, and then what is... How far do we need to move up our sniper to be in range? We move up to here, that should be good. It's equal with this, so either they'll probably both be in range or neither. Oh, hey, Muton. So, it's possible we can just get out this turn, but we can also probably kill this guy. So, can get out, can get out, can get out. So, do we want to risk fighting him? How much damage does Volt do? 4 to 7. Ignores armor. So, you can run up here, lightning hands him. You can also get an action.
Moving to designated coordinates. I'm on it.
Okay, you don't have a reload, so we're probably just getting out. We can still farm this guy a little bit for possible AP at least.
Deflection.
So that gives us a chance to kill him regardless. And then we get to move to evac.
Moving on target location.
And then you move to evac. And then you get to move here and volt him for a reasonable chance to kill. Nice. And then even if we hadn't killed him, we'd still have the full evac.
All members of Wraith 1 have been successfully evac'd.
Alright. 20 enemies killed on that. Mostly lost, admittedly, but not bad for nice... Getting a promotion on an extraction like that is pretty sweet. Also picking up an Illyrium core, just some good freebies on the end of that mission.
One by one, we're evening up the score, Commander.
So what are your top level abilities? Creates Ghost Templar... Ionic Storm, does a bunch of AoE damage. And stun that heals the Templar. That's cool. I don't know which of those we'll end up going for, but cool regardless. Illyrium core.
Our action together is complete, Commander.
Okay, locate stronghold. So that was 2 of 3, and he is ready to assault our base. So we need to do 3 of 3 before the end of the month.
My followers grow increasingly reverent of your abilities, Commander. My followers and your people continue to grow in
Oh, that's cool.
and now the Resistance can take on more responsibility should you need it.
And a promotion.
Our influence with the Resistance
Alright,
faction
we need to go get the Warlock.
motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
So... low chance of wound, no chance of capture or ambush. So, I like getting yet another point of mobility on our Templar. And he doesn't have a buddy. Real quick, Templar, who are you closest with? A squatty. I'm sorry, we don't allow colonel-squatty relationships. It's just too much of a power differential.
The aliens have always been monsters. From the very beginning, it was one failed science experiment after another. And with the Advent forces, they tried to...
Probably send him along with Claymore on this one. She's a little lower level than we're using right now, but that actually makes her good to send on a covert op.
And not just that, but turning us into what? Some kind of concentrate they're using for God knows. We should have known the elders.
Alright, cool. Let's go get the Warlock, guys.
Understood, Commander.
So that'll be another thing to do before the end of the month. I mean, basically as soon as possible. I'm not sure exactly how it works with him attacking the Avenger. Got a bunch of promotions. See, this is so sad. It tells us we've got this bond level up for the Lebedevs, but one of them is captured. It didn't give us an opportunity to get him back, did it? Nope, of course not. Alright, so we're still waiting on psionics. We're scanning for a soldier. Could go get some alien alloys. Let's just keep going on this soldier. Please don't attack us, Mr. Chosen. Guerrilla Ops. Alright, so got a couple of these. Let's go ahead and think a little bit about which of these we are going to do, and then actually call it a night. I think I'm in for a bit of a short evening for this stream. Alright, so we've got a very difficult with 8. Not sure how much I agree with the very difficult assessment. It does give us a scientist, which is fine, but nothing super important. Shadow Squad. It's medium useful. And what's that one prevent? This one prevents hidden event. Okay. Dark Tower. Greater losses to will. That's pretty annoying. And a ton of supplies. I think I like this better than a scientist at this point. We've just got so much stuff to build. Even once we hit, like, plasma and stuff, we're just not going to have... Once we get more weapons and technology, Psionics Lab, we just need stuff to build it. And this one is pretty modest number and type of enemies. Could have a Chosen Shop, of course, is always a possibility. Alright. Yeah, so we'll probably be, let's go ahead and head over to New Australia for this one and see what our squad looks like. That's right, we're already there. All the more reason to do it. So, probably don't want to bring, well, not sure about bringing him in with that low health. So, Lebedev's still tired for another day. That's fine. We don't need him on this one. Reaper's out. Should be okay. So yeah, this will be a little bit of a B squad for this mission, but not too devastating. Might end up even bringing the spark on this, just because, like, 4 armor means this is so much effective health, even though it's not that much up front. And we will want a little more power on this one. Anyways, thanks to everyone for watching tonight. Gonna call the stream here. But despite how poorly that first mission could have gone, still feeling pretty good about this campaign. Have a good night, everyone.